So there's a big reason why lethality scales with itself. It's rooted in the fact that lethality follows a hyperbolic growth curve. And to get an understanding what that means, let's just write out some numbers here. All right. So if you get enough lethality, you actually will do infinite damage. And here's what I mean by that. All right. Let's say a guy has 100 armor. Okay. His effective HP is against physical damage is going to be 200%. The math is really simple. You just take, everyone starts with 100% effective HP. You add 100 armor, and you get 200%. So effective HP, physical damage. All right, so what does lethality do? Lethality gets rid of armor. So let's say I have 100 lethality, all right? Well, that would get rid of 100 armor. So 100 minus 100 is 0. So now your effective HP against physical of the target you're hitting is going to be 100%. It would have been plus 100 by the armor, but it gets subtracted by lethality, and now we're back to 100%. And so you actually are going to be taking double damage, right? You lost half of your effective HP. But what if you had 200 lethality? All right. Let's say you have 200, right? Well, now you have 100 minus 200. You actually have negative 100% here, right? What does that mean, right? Your armor is negative 100. If you plug it into the numbers here, then that actually means your effective HP is 0%. And this means you're doing infinite damage, right? If you do 1 physical damage, it gets divided by 0, basically, and it's going to turn into an infinite amount. Okay, and it doesn't have to be infinity, like, just even, let's say, 199 lethality, right? That'll be negative 99%. And so when we put these numbers in, you only have 1% effective HP. And that means you're going to be doing, like, let's say if you do 100 physical damage, that's going to divide it by 0.01, and it's going to be turned into 10,000 physical damage. And so if you can actually get 199 lethality, you're going to be doing 100 times damage against anyone, which is incredible. Again, anyone with 100 armor, you're doing that much damage. So why is it not busted? Well, it's because Riot will cap it, so they don't let you get someone below 100% effective HP. So this 199 will get capped to 100, even if you have more lethality. And you can kind of see that in the graph here, right? I notice that this is the damage boost from lethality graph, right? If I have 100 armor and I have 100 lethality, then I'll do double damage. If I have 0 lethality, I'll just do 1 times the damage, right? I'm not getting a bonus. But what if I project that curve, past what Riot Games caps it at? You can really see the hyperbolic growth curve, and it actually reaches a vertical asymptote at infinity. Right around 200 armor, you can see it actually just explodes up to infinity. So we're not able to capture most of this curve because Riot caps us at just enough to get their EHP to 100%. For balance purposes, it would be insane if we could get these numbers. But it still means lethality stacks to itself. You can kind of see that the first point of lethality, the slope is a little bit low. But as we increase our lethality, we're climbing further and further up this hyperbolic growth curve. You can kind of see that our slope is increasing. And so if I bring the derivative here, you can see the first point of lethality only gives me 0.5% of a damage boost. But if I actually go all the way up to the last point of lethality, this last point of lethality is giving me a 2% damage boost relative to the rest of the points. So as you stack lethality, it actually, every point of lethality buffs the next point of lethality, as you can see with this blue line. And so it's really good to stack lethality with itself. It's even better if you have percent armor pen, right? It makes the amount of lethality you need to explode your damage. You can see you need a lot less lethality to reach much higher values in this curve. You can think of percent armor pen as a Rabadon's for lethality. It's a good way to think about it. And so This is why in champions like Aphelios, they're actually disproportionately good with building lethality items like Hubris and Collector because Aphelios gets a 27 lethality head start from his passive. And so that 27 lethality is a foundation to buff every future point lethality with this hyperbolic growth curve. You get a really big head start. And so not many other champions can really get to Aphelios' lethality levels. AD carries can't really afford building that much lethality, right, without sacrificing crit. And so that's why I think in particular Aphelios is really strong with a lethality focused build. But yeah, it's the demo, and I'll send this graph to in the description so you guys can check it out and play around with the numbers.